Hi, today I'm going to show you how to make a scrunchie. Everything we need is just down here. So this is 50 centimeters by 10 centimeters, piece of fabric of your choice. This one here is for our bunny ears on the top. This is 30.5 centimeters by 12.5 centimeters. You need 20 centimeters of elastic, and then you need to create your own template for your bunny ears. So just like a leaf shape like this, and I'll show you how it's used later. So I'm just going to make my actual scrunchie bit first. So if you have a look down here, I've got my longer bit of fabric. I've flipped it down, okay, so my wrong side's facing up. I'm going to make a hem, so approximately a 1 centimeter hem on this side, and then I'm going to fold it in half so right sides are facing. If you want, you can always iron it at this stage so it stays a little bit more secure. Once you fold it in half, you just need to pin down the open edge of your fabric all the way across. Okay, now that I've pinned my actual scrunchie, it's time to make my bunny ears. So I'm leaving my fabric right side facing up, and I'm going to need my pattern piece. So fold over so right sides are facing together in half, and then fold up. Okay, so all your folded edges are on this side. Now, using the pattern piece you made, you want to position that onto your folded bit of fabric, and using a Sharpie or a fabric marker, you just want to trace around your sort of half leaf shape. Voila! Now I'm going to cut that out. So I like to put a pin in the middle so my fabric doesn't move while I'm cutting. Do not cut the folded edge. And I'm going to cut around just like this. And if I unpin this, it opens up like a butterfly. These are going to form your bunny ears. So the next step is to fold your bunny ears in half. Now we're going to leave an opening in the middle here. Okay, so I like to pin with vertical pins to show my opening. Okay, and if you want, you can place a few more pins around the edge or iron it, because soon we're going to sew around those edges. We're now ready to sew, so I've got my stitch width on 0, and I've chosen a 2.5 stitch length. Okay, place your fabric underneath the presser foot. I always like to turn my needle into the fabric before I start sewing. And remember to reverse stitch at the start and at the end. Oopsie, dropped the pins. Reverse stitch at the start and at the end. Okay, so stitch, stitch, reverse. Now I've put my pins in vertically so they're easy to take out, but that's up to you. I use the edge of my presser foot as a guide for this seam. Or hem, as you want to call it. Nice and slow, whatever pace you like. And in one go, we're going to stitch all the way to the end, making sure you have your hem folded over. And reverse at the end. Voila. Now for the next part, so for your bunny ears, I'm going to start at this end reverse, stitch all the way to here, reverse, and then start again here, stitch, and then reverse. So let's have a look. This is around a curve, so it might be a little bit more tricky, depends. Don't go too close to the edge. I like to use maybe the inside of my presser foot as a guide this time. Always turn your needle in. All right, stitch, stitch, reverse, and let's go. So if you just keep your eye on, so I'm keeping my eye on the inside of the presser foot there. I should be okay. Remember, you can start and stop as much as you like. Remembering when to stop just there. Reverse. There you go. That's what we're after. So now I'm going to do the same to this side. Okay, now we're up to the bit that I really don't like, but we're going to turn this the right way, and same with your bunny ears. So I don't really know how to explain this technique, but we've pretty much just got to push it all forward. Sometimes I like to use my pencil, but today that's not really working for me. Just do what you can. Don't get too frustrated with it. And sort of pull it at the top. I've seen people do it with a safety pin to push the fabric through. Oh, there's all sorts. I don't really think there's a more fun way, but I think I'm getting there okay today. Did it! Yay, and just check your other end that your little hem you created is still tucked in, because that will make a nice neat finish at the end. Okay, now to do the same with your bunny ears. Hopefully you've left a wide enough gap. Mine's probably around 3 to 4 centimeters. It won't really matter, you won't see that seam because that's where we tie the knot later around our scrunchie. If you've stitched too close to the edge, it might start to pull apart. So hopefully you haven't. It's all a bit of trial and error. Now really get your pencil or your pen, whatever you're using, in there to really poke out the edge. If you've left too much of a seam, you can cut little triangles out so there's not too much of a bulk of fabric. Or this is a fairly silky fabric. If you used more of a cotton, it might be a bit more bulky or chunky. You might need to cut little triangles out so it's not too bulky. All right. Yay, getting there. Okay, now just turn the camera. So the next step is we want to stitch close this seam. It's a little bit fiddly. Try to just tuck in those raw edges, just like so. You can either iron or put a pin there just to keep them closed for a little bit. And we're going to head back to the sewing machine where I'm going to stitch that together. Okay, make sure you start far back enough so you don't have any opening. Now this time I'm using the indent in my presser foot as my guide. Make sure that stays all tucked in. Fine motor skills are getting a workout. Reverse. And you'll see we won't really see this stitch after. Okay, so make sure you go far enough. Now you're the designer, so if you wanted to stitch all the way around as part of your design, you can do that. Okay, so now it's time to put the elastic on. I've got my handy pencil back and I'm just going to scrunch the fabric up onto my pencil. I find that useful. Okay, so to hold it there, grab a safety pin. Okay, oops, put that down. Pin the safety pin through your elastic, because it's going to be your little guide to getting it through. Now once again, it's a little bit fiddly, just be persistent, it will work. Voila! What do I have here? Hello, safety pin. Okay. unpin your safety pin, and now we are just going to, you can either straight or zigzag stitch. Come all the way down, reverse all the way down, and reverse back again so it's nice and secure. Okay, we're a little bit dodgy, but there you go. Okay, so now we should get a bit more of a clean close. So try to tuck in the raw edge into that little seam that you created. All right, we're pretty much done. So where you've created that seam, we're just going to tie the knot for your bunny ears. I can't wait to wear my scrunchie. You can do a double knot if you like, depends on your fabric. If it's cotton, you probably don't need to, but something silky like this, you probably want a double knot. Yay! Check out my scrunchie. I think it's pretty cute. Let's see what it looks like in my hair. Ta-da!